I spoke to Carter Pilcher. He is the CEO and founder of Shots International, which is a key stakeholder in the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow initiative. I spoke to him on the promise that this initiative holds and its future as he sees it. Take a listen. Carter Pilcher, the founder and CEO of Shots International, world's leading short film entertainment company, is here with us in Cannes. He just participated in a panel discussion on 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow, an initiative which is very close to the heart of Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting in the Government of India, Anurag Singh Thakur. Let's talk to him about the initiative and how he sees that initiative progressing in future. Welcome to Doordarshan.
Thank you, Moomin. It's great to be here.
It's great to be with you here. Tell us, for starters, for the uninitiated, what is the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow and what has really transpired in the two sessions so far?
Well, 75 Creative Minds is a great idea. It was an idea of selecting 75 young emerging talents from across India, irrespective of their language or their background, and bringing them all together at Goa and getting them to kind of explode the industry, which, as you know, the film industry in India is very divided. There's a southern film industry and a northern film industry and a Hindi film industry. So there are big differences. And this idea was to bring them all together and start creating a national Indian film industry. So the first year they brought them all together. Second year we put together a film challenge that divided the 75 into 5 teams of 15 people each and turned them loose to each make a film. So 5 teams, 53 hours. They all made some amazing films, and we were very excited to be part of it this past year. It was something unexpected and very unusual.
So the students there, or the young filmmakers I should say, had a 53-hour challenge in front of them. In 53 hours, without sleeping many times, they would have had to produce a short film, and they did, and there was a winner as well. So what was the entire experience like for you? Was it an edge-of-the-seat affair? How was it?
Very edge of the seat. We started out, the filmmakers, fantastic kids, young people. They're not kids, they're all in their 20s and 30s, but amazing. They had all kinds of energy. They wanted to see their own vision, and suddenly they realized that the guy that's on their team they don't like, they don't know, they've never worked with. It's all really hard. And the very beginning was full of exasperation. All kinds of problems. All they could see were the reasons they wouldn't win. And in 53 hours, what we saw is teams come together. They made some amazing pieces of film, told some really great stories, and I think, I really think, laid the groundwork for an Indian film industry that is something that's completely new to the world. It's going to be, not just the Mumbai film industry or the Bengali film industry, but it's going to be everybody, and it's really exciting.
So here in Cannes, the INB ministry is trying to explore synergies on an international level for the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow. You've been invited here as well. So how did the session go, and what were the takeaways from it? How does the initiative stand to gain after the session that you've had?
We had a very interesting session today with Minister Kapoor. We were joined by Berlinale filmmakers. We were joined by the Netherlands Film Festival representative and someone from a UK film talent group. And they all had very interesting perspectives. Most interesting, I think, was Berlinale Film Talents. They talked about how they've brought together 200 to 500 young talents every year. They've kept them in a database. They promoted them throughout their careers. They've really built a new European film industry just out of the fact that they've all interacted together and been selected for the program. I think that for us, that was very challenging to hear, that you can not just encourage them, explode these new talents, expose them to each other, let them learn how to work together, but you can actually start laying the groundwork over a long period of time for a group of individuals who will work together throughout their careers.
So where do you see this going from here on? We've seen 2 editions already. Could there be a new look and feel going forward? Could the numbers increase? How do you see this evolving from here?
Well, I think that there are a lot of things to consider. My bet is that we will stick with a number that we can handle, probably 75 or so, but building more programs for the people that have been here before, because it's not really just 75 today. As of today, it's 150, and by Ifigoa in November, we'll be at 225 people who participated. That's a lot. And I think if we start building programs that mentor them, that bring them together over the course of their careers, that we start laying the groundwork for a very key component of film talent in India that will be unique and different, and really bring international investors and film companies. It'll give them the talent they need to come to India and to start making more movies there.
Also, towards the end, why should a young filmmaker look forward to being part of the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow? What does that budding filmmaker really stand to gain? What's been the experience from their perspective in the last two sessions?
Well, that's a great question. Why should a filmmaker who's been part of 75 Creative Minds, what do they have to gain? I think the first thing, and this is our job, is to make sure that it's a program that people internationally say, oh my gosh, that's on your resume. You are one of the 75 Creative Minds of 2022 or 2025 or 2027. Wow. We definitely want to look at you and consider you for work with us, because that's a mark of distinction. And the second thing we want is for filmmakers who've been part of this to know that their credentials were good, and so the people that other fellow graduates, alumni of the same program are good, will be talented, challenging, interesting people to work with. So I think it really, those things start bringing together the film industry and creating a core that will really lift the rest of the industry, bring it forward.
What was the role of Shots TV in screening the documentaries that were made and giving it the audience that it deserves?
So we were very excited to partner with the ministry. We not only launched the challenge, we helped produce the films, we made sure that we got some films. That was the exciting part. But then we took the films and released them on Shorts TV. We've released them globally. We also did a documentary about the films and how they were made. Both have had enormous and very strong reviews in all of our markets. We're in the United States, in Europe, in Latin America, and India. And 9 channels, and all 9 have released the film in Italian and Spanish and English. So it's given these filmmakers enormous exposure globally.
Thank you so much, Carter Pilcher, for speaking to us. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much, Moomin.
So that was a conversation with Carter Pilcher, the CEO and founder of Shots International, who is a very important stakeholder in the 75 Creative Minds of Tomorrow initiative of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry of the Government of India. With cameraman Ilangovan, this is Munmun Bhattacharya from Cannes for DD India.